The widget pane contains a library composed of commonly used widgets such as buttons, images, text labels, and shapes. These are predefined UI elements that are the key to creating your design concept. You will populate the wireframe pane with the desired widgets and create interactions between them. To use them, just drag and drop a widget onto the wireframe pane. Let's drag a rectangle widget on our wireframe. We can resize it by using the handles, clicking and holding while dragging to resize it. If the rectangle is selected, we can just start typing and the text will be center aligned. We can use the toolbar above to edit the main styles such as font size, color, and fill color, outer shadow, which is a new feature in Axure 7, and many other styling options. The complete list of styling options is found in the widget properties and style pane on the right. Let's pop it out so that we can see all of the options. The widget properties and style pane consists of two tabs, properties and style, as you might expect. The style tab is contextual to the selected widget and it is divided in 5 sections: location and size, base style, font, fills, lines and borders, and alignment and padding. All of these sections are quite clear and straightforward, so I will focus only on one of them, which is quite underrated, the base style. An axure style is a collection of formatting attributes that can be applied to a shape, in our case a rectangle. Each widget that we drag onto the canvas will have a default style so that it is consistent every time we use it. Early on a project, you might not use custom styles. However, in 90% of the cases, you will modify the defaults by changing the font size or background color, etc. As the project grows, new elements will appear, new interaction styles will be added, and soon your prototype will not be consistent across screens due to the lack of a clear style guide. So I really recommend to create your styles straight from the start, as it will be a huge time saver in the long run. The widget style editor can be found in the base style section, and the window that opens lists all the shapes and their default styles. We can easily change these default styles by modifying what we want on the right side. Also, we can create our own custom style by accessing the Custom tab and adding a new style. We can rename it now to Custom, and we can start adding what properties we want to override this style. I will choose to only modify the font size to 20 pixels and click OK to apply. Now I can select the rectangle in the wireframe pane, and from the base style section in the widget properties and style pane, I will select Custom from the drop-down. The new style has overridden the default one, as you can see. As an extra tip, try to be descriptive enough when renaming the custom styles so that you will remember when to use that specific style. In the same Styles tab on the right hand side pane, we can change the location and size of a widget by entering specific positioning. We can modify font attributes of a specific widget, and we can also modify the fills, lines and borders. In this section, we also find some new features that were introduced in Axure 7, such as the ability to add a corner radius, making rounded corners. We can also add an outer shadow, an inner shadow, and a text shadow to text elements. Personally, I really like these new features, as in previous versions I had to work extra to create rounded corners and import PNGs from Photoshop to simulate the shadows. The other tab in this pane, the Properties tab, is also very interesting, as we have the option to change the shape directly from here by clicking on the Select Shape option and choosing the shape you want from the menu. Also from here, you can assign specific interaction styles for widgets, interactions such as mouse over, mouse down, selected, and disabled states. Another great feature that was introduced in Axure 7 is that you can set shapes to auto-fit on height or on width, a feature that we will use later on when creating a menu. By right-clicking on a shape, we will get more options to style, arrange, or modify that shape, or even groups of shapes. Apart from what we have in the widget properties and style pane, we can convert a shape to an image, we can order it, bring it to front or send to back, so that we can show a shape over another, and also hide it by choosing Set Hidden. In earlier versions of Axure, you had to convert a shape to a dynamic panel in order to hide it, but now you can easily do it from here. It is a great improvement, and you will use this feature a lot when building interactive prototypes. The other two options that we have here are the possibility to convert to a master and convert to a dynamic panel, but we will cover both masters and dynamic panels later on.